You're probably wondering how the Hoover Spotless holds up in the detailing world, or maybe you just want to know how to perform around the house. I want to thank you for spending your time with me today, and in the next few minutes we're going to go through some tests, talk about the perks of the Hoover Spotless as well as some of the downfalls of the Hoover Spotless, and we're going to see how it performs. Let's jump into the unboxing. There. All right, so it looks like right off the bat on the top we have a little maybe statement where you can ask questions, talks about the return policy, so that's neat. And then it looks like they have the instructions as well as some safety warnings and whatnot. Right there, so that's neat. Oh, right off the bat, okay, it looks like we might have some kind of handles here, so I'm going to set those to the side for now. And then they give you a little sample bottle of their cleaning liquid, so we'll use this. We're also going to test it out with a auto detailing cleaning liquid, and it looks like there's the extractor head. Got some cardboard packing here. And then here's the machine. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Should all just come out in one piece. And it looks like, yep, that's the whole box. So I'm going to set that to the side. Got some plastic around it. Alrighty. So it looks nice. So you can see, got the off and on switch here, looks like. And the two detachable tanks, one for your cleaning fluid and then the other one holds the fluid that you extract. So first off, first impression, looks great, but I'm excited to jump into some tests and see how it performs. So we're going to be doing a few different tests. First I have this Kia Optima Matte. This is a daily driven car. And we're just going to see how much dirt we get extracted out of it. Then I have this piece of carpet that sits in my garage. You can see there's plenty of oil stains and other fluids that have dripped on it. I use this whenever I'm working on my car. And then we're going to take it inside and use it on some of the house carpet. And now we'll start to extract. So you can see it did a pretty good job. Water's pretty disgusting. So to empty the recovery tank, you just, on the back side here, pull up on that, and then that releases. It's a little bit hard to do without setting it down, but open it up right there, and then all the nasty water dumped out. You can see there's a little bit left in the tank there. I'm not a huge fan of this recovery tank because it's so hard to clean out everything. So I'm gonna have to go rinse a lot of that out and try to work around all these plastic pieces in the middle. But it did a great job extracting, and you can see all the nasty stuff that came out of that carpet. So as you can see here, it didn't completely remove the oil spots, but a lot of them did kind of lighten up. And that's expected. Oil is extremely difficult to get out of carpets. But I'm pretty pleased with how the Hoover Spotless did, especially for its price point. So let's move on to some in-the-home tests now. So I've got this stain right here on my carpet that you can see has been there for a little while. And I'm not really sure what it is. It might have been something from my dog, but we're going to see how the Hoover Spotless performs inside the home. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So I want to just fill the carpet and see if the Hoover Spotless actually pulled the water out and how much it pulled out, because that's really what we're testing. The cleaning solution is going to affect a lot of how clean it gets. Well, let's just fill it and see. It feels like it did a pretty good job. You can still fill some of that, I guess, soapy solution in it. But it did a pretty good job, especially for the price point. Well, along with the Hoover Spotless today, we're going to be using the Chemical Guys Fabric Clean. I don't know if you can see that there. And you can just get it in the gallon on Amazon. But I have it in a little Zep sprayer here. And that's what we'll be using to test along with our Hoover Spotless. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first we're going to take the Chemical Guys Fabric Clean, and we're just going to make sure we get good coverage on top. Alrighty, and now we're going to agitate it with the bristles on the brush here, and we'll see how that does. Alrighty, and now we will start to extract. So real quick, we're going to talk about some of the pros and cons of the Hoover Spotless. So we'll start out with the bad and then we'll make our way to the good. So some of the cons that I saw were obviously the holding tank that I mentioned was a little bit hard to clean out due to the fact that there was those, I guess, different tubes and things inside of it. So that was a con for me, as well as the suction. It wasn't as high of a suction as I would have liked. I felt like I kind of had to press a little bit harder than I really wanted to. You risk like damaging, especially older upholstery when you have to do that. So I would have liked to see a little bit more suction in the machine. You know, it is all just like plastics, so durability is not super high. And that's really most of the cons that I can think of with this machine. There wasn't really a ton of them, especially for the price point. Now that is one of the pros that I'm going to talk about. This machine is priced very low. For what you get, I think it's great. So that's definitely a pro. Another pro is that the holding tank, the solution tank is functional. It was pretty easy to fill up and to attach into the machine. The hose is flexible and not super hard to work with, and it's got a decent length power cord on it. So, you know, I think it's a great machine if you're just starting out and you need something cheap to get going. It'll last you a little while, I'm sure, until you can at least purchase yourself a professional extractor. Around the house, perfect. Especially in my house, I'm going to keep this in my home because I don't use it every day in my home, right? I use it once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe less than that. And so for around the house, it's perfect. I think it did a great job on the home carpet. So I definitely recommend this machine for around the house and for people that are starting out. If you've already been detailing for a while, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily, especially if you've already got your clientele built up and you're doing a lot of cars every day. It's probably not going to last you very long. But that being said, I'll put the link down in the description to purchase it because I think it could be good for you detailers that are trying to start your own business and work for yourselves. As always, when you hear that Knox Prestige lion roar, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the views on the channel and all the support, and I look forward to bringing you more content and more honest reviews because that's important in Knox Prestige.